What's up, guys? I got some new hyper tough nano sockets to test out. I'm going to be comparing them to my Astro Nano Sockets, see if there are any major differences with these. But first, I'm going to announce the winner to the giveaway. So if you're just here to see the tool review, you could go ahead and jump to this point in the video. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I just wanted to thank everyone who participated in the giveaway. I really appreciate all the kind words that y'all left for me in the comments. It really meant a lot to me, and it really gives me a lot of encouragement to keep going. So I just wanted to thank you for that. So the cutoff of the drawing was at 11:59 p.m. last night. I went ahead and waited a little bit later to do the drawing, but I used a website that randomly picks out of the comments from the link that I put in for my video. So I did that, and I'll put it up on the screen here. So first, I made sure that everyone got an equal chance. I had it filter out multiple comments, so if one person commented only once, but another person commented multiple times, it only took one comment from each person and put it into the drawing. I wanted everyone to have a fair shot. So I did that. I went ahead and selected the start. It went through and it selected M.T. McHenry. So thank you so much, everyone, for participating. M.T. McHenry, congratulations. You get to pick from the Gearwrench 120 XP with my custom grip, the Icon 10-inch standard ratchet, or all four of these EDC tools. You get these three plus this guy right here. So let me know what you decided on. Get with me and I'll work out the details to ship these to you. My email is going to be in the description of this video. It's also in my bio on my channel, and you can find it on any other video in the description at the very bottom of any video. But in case you are having trouble finding it, the email address is 89toolsofficial@gmail.com. So send me a message there and we'll get that worked out. All right. So HyperTough put out some new nano sockets. These remind me a lot of the Astro Nano Sockets. Let's get them out here and take a closer look. These are the 3/8 inch drive, dual drive, of course. And they come in this little foam case. Pretty nice. These do have an interesting shape here. They kind of look like E-Torques or something almost, but they're just listed as 3/8 drive, large radius sockets, not listed as anything but regular sockets. Does the large radius have anything to do with that, maybe? I don't know. I've never seen that before. So this is a 13mm head here. So if I take my Astro Nano Socket and I put that in there, it's a pretty good fit in there. It has a little bit of play in there, but not much. Then we get the same, we get the 13 HyperTough, and there's a little bit more play in it. You'll see that. But if you take the 12, it won't fit. So that's a little interesting to me. They aren't E-Torques though, because here's one of my actual E-Torques sockets, and there's definitely a difference here. Like, these are both 14s, and there's a pretty huge difference between those. They're just pretty interesting looking. But one of my main concerns was, how is it going to fit in the Astro Nano ratchet? So it does fit. It does snap, but it comes out a little bit because the retention is in a different location on the socket itself. So if you look at the Astro, there's just a little bit of a wider base on the HyperTough here. There's about the same amount of space from this little divot to the end as there is on this side from the divot to the end. But from here to the socket itself right here is a little bit wider than it is here on the Astro. Can y'all see that? You see what I'm talking about? So from here to here, it's the same on both sockets, but from this divot down, it's wider on the Hypertough than it is on the Astro. So that's going to leave you with a little bit of slop. So like when I pop the Astro Nano socket in, it's pretty flush and you can't pull it out. And on the back side here, there's not a whole lot of, it doesn't stick out. But when you put in the Hypertough, it's sticking out just a little bit on this side, not much, just a little bit more than it was on the other one. And you can pop it in, it comes out a little bit here. So the profile is going to be a little bit different. If you don't have much space to work with, it's not going to be that big of a difference. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? You see that little space right here? That doesn't really happen with the Astro. But I'll leave that for you to decide if that's going to bother you. Let's see how these work in use. Okay, so I have the Hypertough. Okay, so it seems to work pretty well, honestly. Yeah. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with this Hypertough at all, as far as it being like working well in use. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, what do y'all think? Would y'all use these as an alternative to the Astro Nano Sockets? I think for the price, they're pretty good. The Hypertough Nano Sockets were, I think, $27.88, and the 14-piece Nano Sockets, I think, are like $45. So, I mean, you are getting 2 sockets less with the Astro, but for $15 cheaper or so, that's a pretty good deal. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you're thinking about getting into the Nano socket game, do you think Hypertough is a good option? There is going to be a small difference in the size here. So let's see. Okay, so the Nano socket 17 millimeter comes out to about 17.11 millimeters. And then the Hypertough 17 millimeter comes out to 17.29 millimeters. So a little bit different there. And as far as the height of the socket, the Astro 22.64, and then the Hypertough, we've got 23.52. So there is a little bit of a height difference as far as the profile goes, but not much. I feel like if you were wanting to get into the Nano game and you're on a budget, I think the Hypertough Nano Sockets are a decent option. That is my final decision on these. I think I'm going to keep them. I was trying to decide if I'm going to keep them or send them back. Since I do already have Nano Sockets, I'm going to keep them. I think I might put them in one of my car tool kits because these are way more stubby than a regular impact socket. And these are impact rated, I believe. You know, not a whole lot more, but a little. Every little bit counts, I think, in some cases. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love my Astro Nano Sockets. These Astro tools are amazing. I would definitely recommend them for sure. If you're not too worried about price and you want to get a good quality tool, Astro makes excellent tools. So I would definitely recommend Astro all day, every day. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. You guys are awesome as always, and I will catch you next time. Stay happy, healthy, and wealthy.